Welcome back, guys. I'm back with another very good friend of mine. You guys have requested him to come back several times. This is Corey. Why don't you go ahead and pronounce your not last name, because I think you say it differently than.
Huh?
I think you say your last name a little bit differently than most people. Why don't you
Cory Vandenhouek.
Hook? Okay. Well, I had it right. Well, welcome back, dude. How you
Thank
been?
you, thank you.
How you been?
Oh, just living life, trying not to die or get ran over.
Yeah. What you been up to? What's the latest?
Uh, Not much, just digging holes and fucking collecting recycling, trying to save the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think like that sometimes? Like you're actually like you're helping?
No. Well, I think about it, but I don't believe that it's doing that much. I mean, I'm just trying to make some money.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm sure it helps something somewhere in the fucking food chain of fucking whatever.
Yeah. Well, why don't we, since you, on your last episode, you got like kind of talked over quite a bit. Why don't we just like run through your childhood up until your accident and through your tattoo, and then I think that's pretty much where we ended. We did it was a short test episode, so this will be like a full length. Like let's dig into it and tell some stories.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, growing up, played soccer from the time I was like 4 or 5 all the way until high school. Childhood, I would say, was pretty normal. Mom and dad, were slave to the fucking government, and so they were working, and I don't know, just grow up and blow shit up and try not to get cops called on you.
You grew up in the church.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was always in church.
Yeah. You think that has how did that affect you?
Good and bad, I think. I'd say the good part, it's always nice to have something to look up to. And, but I learned a lot through church. I worked at church like all my life, pretty much doing, what do you call it, custodial.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, growing up, I sung in the choir. That was funny.
Why is it funny?
Just thinking about me standing in front on a stage singing.
Do you sing it like now ever?
Oh yeah, I sing to the radio and my music all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like to sing to?
Fuck whatever.
Yeah.
As long as I kind of know the words.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. If I didn't have music, I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you listen to today?
Pretty much the shit we grew up with. Everything now fucking sucks.
It seems like after like it just stopped. Like the creativity just stopped.
Right.
It's weird, huh?
Well, and like I've been listening to crab radio for the first time in like years, and they're still playing the same songs
stuff.
we grew up on.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, and so apparently that's got to say something for the music today.
Yeah. Well, I think it might say more for the music of then. Like some between like the 70s and the 2000s, like everything was like banging.
Right.
And then it's like something happened where our creativity just kind of fell off.
We just got dumbed down.
All the fluoride in the water.
Right? Something. Yeah. I think they're putting some in the milk.
The meth was good back then, huh? The heroin was pure.
Right. That's funny shit.
It's sad. You can't trust any drugs now, I don't think. I mean, I personally don't even think I trust weed because, like, you don't know where it came from. Like, back when weed was, like, illegal and stuff, you knew it because this one guy had it.
Right.
Now every dude has it, and you're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, pretty much. And you don't know where they grew it. You don't know how they grew it. You don't know what chemicals they did and didn't add to it.
Cat's been pissing on it.
Right. Something.
So.
Fucking crushing up pills and mixing in water or something. Pour it on their plant. Think it's going to give it steroids or something.
Yeah, yeah. It became about money and not, like, about the weed.
Right.
Yeah. I think a lot of stuff is like that now, like our government and everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just everything's about money.
Fucking,
You used to become a doctor because you wanted to help the world. Now you become a doctor because they make bank.
Right? Yeah. And yeah. And then they don't even really help you. They might get you, over the part you're stuck with now, but because you took this medicine or that medicine, you're gonna have a new problem.
Exactly. They just
And-
get you addicted to pills.
Right. Yeah.
It's a crazy world we're living in.
Yeah.
But I think I said this on the last episode. Like, I admire your ability to just free ball it, dude. You just do your thing, and you're able to just be happy doing it. I think that I want to open that up, because I mean, I know how you live and the things you do, but how do we share that vision with them? What let's just walk through a day with Corey from like the moment you wake up.
Usually.
Well, actually, let's start where you slept the night before, then you woke up.
Okay, last night I slept behind this. I don't know if it's a restaurant or some big fucking building that's halfway built down the road. And then I set my alarm for 6 o'clock this morning. Fucking thing didn't go off. I woke up at 9:30, and so there went my morning.
What did you have planned?
I was supposed to go to my grandma's to do yard work yesterday, and I didn't go, and I was supposed to go today, and I think I'm going to surprise her, and when we're done with this, I'm going to go over there and do that.
Okay.
And that'll be a 10-mile bike ride to get to her house. And then after that, because she lives over by Costco on Rosedale, and so then I'll probably hit the hotels over on Rosedale by Costco, fucking check those, do a little fucking, pretty much just do my loop.
For plastic?
Yeah, loop for recycling.
Yeah. I
See
think we
who's
talked
out
about
there.
this also, like, there's no money in glass.
No, glass is a waste of time. Unless you have a license. Then the pay is different when you do it that way.
Like a driver's license?
No, like a recycling license or a scavenger license. I don't remember what it's called here. But basically, it gives you the okay to fucking go through the trash as long as you have the owner's permission. It was private property.
Gotcha.
And you already have that ability even if you don't have a license, because cops don't give a fuck unless they get called to come tell you to knock your shit off and go away.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I stroll by cops with a shopping cart all the time. That's like $1,000 fine right there, and they don't give a shit.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
That much?
Yeah. They say it costs like $1,200 to $1,500 per shopping cart to make. And really, that's just how much they charge you. That's not how much it costs to make. Those things, they get mass produced so much. It's probably like fucking
few bucks.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, somebody with a jig out there making. It's probably just machines just stamping them out.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Them out.
Yeah. Maybe back in the day they had normal people doing it, but
back whenever people were making them in their backyards in America.
Right?
Not anymore. That's crazy. So we talked about this. I don't want to keep going back and saying we talked about this, but we have. But I think this is going to be its own episode. So let's take you back to high school. Like, what were you doing in
high school was a funny time for me, anyways.
How so?
Well, I was told all my life I wasn't going to go to college, and I used to listen to my elders brag about going to college and, doing this or that, and something about experimental days. And then, what was it? I think freshman year is when I started smoking pot, and me and Tyler fucking, I don't know, he became my new buddy pretty much because he was a pothead, and I think he's the one who finally brought me over to the dark side. And, that's funny. That's a whole nother story in itself. But
you want to talk about it? We had time.
Oh no, that's all right. High school, partied a lot.
Yeah,
that's when I started partying. And
when you say that, what do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
What do I mean about partying?
Yeah.
Getting drunk on the weekends.
Okay.
Fucking people. I got into pills real bad for a while. And I had it worked out with like 3 of the older ladies that lived on my street. Every time I'd get hurt, I'd go hit them up, and they'd bring me out like a Ziploc bag full of pills, pain pills, and so I started getting all twisted on those for a while.
How old were you?
Probably like 15, 16.
That's kind of when I started my thing. I got hurt. And then but the doctors were giving me baggies of pills. It wasn't even like a hot chick. It was just some ugly dude. Sucked.
Oh, shit.
Well, it was awesome back then.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy that we made it through that. A lot of our friends didn't.
Yeah. Well, one thing I think is funny about high school is now that I'm not in it, I looked at my transcript at one point and it said I'm missing like 2.5 years of school. Like I don't have no credits for those.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Did you disappear? I don't remember you disappearing.
No, as far as I know, I was there all the time.
Hmm.
Because if you didn't go to school, you didn't see nobody, you couldn't talk to nobody, you couldn't get things figured out, what was going to happen for the weekend.
Were you doing your homework?
Hell no.
I wonder if that's something to do with it.
I couldn't comprehend what we were learning anyways.
Yeah.
I took every class every year, the same class every year, because I couldn't pass it. And because unfortunately, I'm a strong believer in don't cheat on your tests in school, because 8th grade, we had to take the placement test to what classes they're going to put you in for high school. Well, they decided to put me next to the smartest kid in the whole fucking grade. And, I cheated. I copied off his test. And they put me in all college prep classes. I was a D and F student. Lucky if I got a D all my life. Like, I was supposed to be held back from 3rd or 4th grade, and then every single year after that. Like, me and school didn't get along at all. And, yeah, that was funny. I had a point to that, but I don't remember what it was.
That's funny. How old were you whenever the accident happened?
When I got ran over?
Yeah.
3 days after I turned 19.
Okay.
That was fun. I was an angry, mad motherfucker. After that happened, like when they finally brought me out of fucking surgery and everything.
Why don't we walk it back and just say, like, how did that even happen? Where were you coming from? What were you doing?
I think it was on a Sunday. And no, that was a different story. I don't know what day it was, but I was on my way to go see Derek Shue at his house, and I can't. This is like the only part I get stuck on is I can't remember if I was going to his house or if I'd already been over there and we talked and then I left. He says I went to him first and we hung out for a while and then it happened on my way home, and I don't remember either way. And
that was back in the truck days, huh?
Yeah. And okay, so it was a green light for me, and so I'm going across the fucking intersection, and dude decides to run the red light, going, I don't know how fast he's going. He was going fast enough.
Did you see him coming the whole time?
No, because I went and bunny hopped and manualed over the median, and then fucking, I think when I landed was when he hit me.
Damn. He didn't even see you? Maybe he thought you were going to stop or something.
I don't know, but they say he was going like 60 or 70.
What time? It was dark?
No, it was like middle of the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember being in the air? Do you remember hitting the ground? What do you remember?
All I remember is bunny hopping and then feeling something hit my side and kind of like seeing as the fucking, like my attention went from, straight to my head all crooked, and I kind of look over and I see the truck like kissing me pretty much. And then I don't remember flying in the air or landing because I landed on my head on the curb.
Yeah.
And that was all bad. I had a helmet at the time, but it wasn't buckled, so it flew off.
Yeah.
It didn't do me good. And I remember.
Yeah, you want to point it out so people can see his head isn't.
This was kind of what you can see. My skull is cracked from my ear all the way up and over to my forehead, and you can feel where it stops because it's like a bump. Shut the fuck up. And what was I say? What did you ask me?
You were talking about after the truck hit you.
Oh yeah, it was all bad, but because it happened so fast, I remember standing up and like I don't know what happened, but I made it, whatever it was, and I stood up and I threw my hands up in the air, and I was just happy. I guess I thought I landed the trick or something. I don't know. And then so this happened on.
Just happy you made it through it.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And where I landed was okay. So you got the gas station was at Shell on the corner, Norris and Chester. Is that what it is? Right there before the railroad tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then you got the feed store that's right next door to the where by the corner of that store is a staircase coming down from the door.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I landed. So I flew all the way from the intersection of the fucking what do you call that? All the way over there. And he hit me in the crosswalk, and I flew that far.
So what happened after you're standing up? Somebody called the cops.
I decided I couldn't figure out why I was way down there when I was going to the homie's house and he lives over here, and so I didn't know where my bike was, and so I just started walking back towards the corner. I was like, "This is where
your head caved in."
Yeah, bleeding out of like every possible place I could be bleeding. And I walked all the way to the corner, and right there on the corner where the bricks are, where they used to have the roses, that's where I stopped and landed and bled out.
And you don't remember? You don't. What? So you got to keep going. This is nuts.
I remember approaching the corner and standing there just kind of like dazed and confused. And when I realized I was bleeding, that was when I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. And I just sat down. And then I don't remember after that. Well,
you
I do.
accepted it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
I mean, what was I going to do? I mean, yeah. If it happens, it happens. And so after that, I was done. I don't know if I died. I don't know. I didn't see no pearly white gates yet or nothing. So I just remember my eyes waking up, and there's two beautiful women standing over the top of me inside the ambulance, and they were the EMTs. And I don't remember it, but they said I was flirting with them like crazy when they fucking woke me up and shit or whatever the fuck they do. And after that, I cut jokes, got in the hospital. I remember.
Shout out to our EMT workers and all those first responders.
Yes, thank you very much.
Say it into the mic. Put your head.
Thank you very much. I wave at them every time I see them when I'm cruising around town because you never know when they're going to be the ones that's going to come save your ass one day.
Yeah, no shit.
And so might as well be nice to them because you don't want to piss those people off. Hell no.
Yeah. So.
And then after that, they put me in they pretty much put me in a forced coma. I don't remember what it's called.
Induced coma?
Yeah, that's what it is. So they could do they had to do immediate brain surgery because like my brain was literally ripped to pieces. Like, and you got what they call receptors. I think there's like so many on both sides. And the way I see it is, and it shoots information from the left side of your brain to the right side of your brain. And well, all the ones on the left or the right side, they all got detached. And so they had to like fucking sew that shit back on or something. I don't know.
Really?
Super glue it or something. And let's see. My eardrum.
Can you imagine if that's just what they do? They're just like, we got this guy.
That'd be funny. Well, it's bad enough they put staples in us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're saving our lives. Whatever needs to be done.
Right.
Keep going.
All right. So
they're sewing your receptors back on.
My eardrum got ripped to pieces. I don't even know how much of it got put back together because I don't have much hearing out of that ear anymore. And then they said I had to have reconstructive surgery on the right side of my face.
Can you see all right?
Sometimes, like, as I'm getting older, my eyesight's getting worse.
I mean, out of that eye, is it any?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's about fine.
Nice.
I remember for, like, the first I don't know, like year, one pupil was always real big and the other one was like really small. And I don't remember what they called that, but that had something to do with something trauma or.
Do you think that is there anything you notice like in your own head that it's different after that? Like do you feel like your brain is different after that situation? Like
Mm,
did your emotions change? Do you
oh yeah, everything like that changed. It was like having to relearn everything all over again afterwards. Like when I started finally going to rehab.
So yeah, all right. Well, then we'll just step back and I'll just shut my mouth. But you're in the coma.
Right, they did. So first surgery, they had to put me back together, or at least try to. And then second surgery, I don't know if they had to go in there and make a few, fix a few kinks or fucking oil some gears or what. But they had to go in a second time for something, and then the third time, like they thought they were done with the second one. They thought I was gonna be fine, and then I ended up with a blood clot in the middle of my brain, and so they had to do another surgery to fix that part, and I don't remember that. And then I don't know how long before they finally like let me come out of it, but I remember the moment they handed me a mirror and said, "Here, do you want to see yourself?" And I was like, "No." So I don't want to know. And like my head, I looked like an alien. I was all sucked up because I hadn't had no real food, for almost a month. And like my head, just the way it was swollen, and then my little skinny face go down. It was crazy. Like I'll never be able to get that sight out of my mind.
Was it
And
hurtful to see?
yeah, yeah.
Really? That's a
Well,
bummer.
and then the fact that like I was madder than you could ever believe about the whole situation that happened, because like I didn't quite understand what happened, but all I knew was shit was fucked up, not the way it was supposed to be. I had things to do and needed to go home, and didn't want to be here dealing with these people or whatever the hell they were doing, and they kept telling me, what happened, and I didn't believe them, and
Were
then when
you were you using back then whenever this happened?
I was just smoking weed.
Okay. Because I
Yeah,
was
when that
wondering if like you had to go through withdrawals or something while you were
Well,
doing this.
and at the time, I was actually in the process of getting ready to get shipped off for the Marines, because I was supposed to go to boot camp like 2 weeks after I
Yeah.
got ran over,
Uh huh.
and it was all worked out and everything. And so,
Did they ever catch the guy?
yeah, they caught up with him. He broke down 2 blocks down the street because my bike got stuck underneath his truck.
And he wasn't even gonna stop.
No, no, it was some old man. That's all I know. And a red Ford Ranger. Either red or white. I can't remember. Yeah. And nothing happened. He didn't get in trouble or nothing. I think he might have got a ticket for running the light. But
You used to have like white hair too, I think, right?
White hair?
Didn't you? Weren't you?
I
like
had
a
really blonde hair.
blonde? Yeah.
Unless I dyed it some random color during the year or something.
All right. So, I guess this is whenever you start physical therapy and.
Physical therapy was exciting. They gave me a wheelchair. That lasted about maybe a week, and then they took it away because I was riding wheelies all over the place, and because I'd go down the hallway, hook a left, go down another long hallway, and then that was where like you'd get your snacks and whatnot. So I'd go down there and I'd just start spinning in a wheelie, and sometimes I'd get going too fast and mess up, and I'd fall backwards, and they'd freak out on me, tell me I hit my head, and I was like, no, I know how to crash.
Your head's barely holding together. It's super glued together.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, so then what? What happened?
Oh, well, okay, see, and due to the accident, my equilibrium was off like horrible. Like if you saw me walking if you saw me walking, you thought I was drunk. I had to swerve like a motherfucker, and like me trying to go straight line was not happening. And yeah, that was funny. I had a point to that, but I don't remember what it was.
Physical therapy. You start
Physical
physical
therapy.
therapy, and that was exciting.
That
And they took your wheelchair away.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Because after that, I had to walk, and I kept running into the walls. Sometimes, like, I wouldn't even be able to help it. Like, for some reason, it was like my body would just like kind of start to lean to one side, and then I just like followed with it, and so I just, and fucking run into people sometimes. Physical therapy was cool because I was like sucked up beyond belief. I looked like an Ethiopian or something. Sorry, no offense. And it was just crazy. Like sitting there knowing I used to be able to like lift. I wasn't no bodybuilder, but I used to be able to work out. And then them handing me like this little tiny piece of shit that I could barely pick up. It was horrible. But I got through it. I got tired of being in the rehab place because they wouldn't give me a cigarette. All I wanted. And I told them from the moment they took me out of the coma, give me a fucking cigarette and I'll do whatever you ask. No hassle, no nothing. I was like, just give me one cigarette. That's all I want. I was like, I died and came back. Give me a cigarette. Like, come on. It's not like I'm asking for actual drugs. Like, just give me a fucking cigarette. And I used to stand in front of the fucking building right there at the door, hoping to catch somebody that was smoking a cigarette because everyone smokes cigarettes. I couldn't even find a cigarette butt. I think they were like purposely getting rid of them so I couldn't have a cigarette because cigarettes will slow down the healing process. And I was mad as fuck. And I kept telling them.
So you were withdrawing from something.
Yeah, apparently from tobacco. And that was all bad. But
Do
it was
you still
cool.
smoke? You don't still smoke?
Huh?
Do
Yeah.
You? Okay, I didn't.
But I pretty much refused to pay for it because that shit costs too much. And
Okay.
I don't think it's worth that fucking price. So I just walk around wanting a cigarette all day and looking for one, and usually don't have no luck even finding one. And so usually, like, whenever I see my sister, she'll give me a cigarette, and that's cool. I have a real one then. But other than that, if I find some in the trash, sometimes I'll fucking. But
why do you want to live so simple? Why are you just addicted to this way of living?
Life is hard. Some people got it easy, some people don't. Some people have to work for, a living, some people don't. And I put in my dues. I know that. And I don't know. After getting put out on the streets, and then
why'd you end up on the streets?
I got the day my divorce went final, I crashed my truck.
Let's back up.
Oh, beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. Wait. You skipped a lot because you literally just got out of your coma and you got the swerves. When did you meet your wife? What'd you do after that? Did you go back home? You had to go through physical therapy?
Before the accident, I was senior when we were supposed to graduate. Or when you guys graduated. I didn't graduate. And me and somebody else, I remember because I borrowed my mom's truck, and we went to y'all's graduation, and we was just sitting in the parking lot waiting for you guys to fucking, I think it's me and Brandon, maybe, Gamboa, I can't remember, but I remember, like, it took too long for graduation. I was happy I wasn't standing there on that fucking stage.
Oh, bro, it got hot, too.
Yeah, I bet it did.
All the lights.
I had to wait for him to call everybody's name.
I got called last, like Vono, bro.
Right,
like,
right.
Jesus.
It probably would have been me and then you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was Rochelle Waldrop right next to me, and then who was that? Michael Veach.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on this side.
Right, that's cool.
Yeah, and you would have been right before him.
That's funny.
That is crazy. I wonder what happened to him.
There's no telling. I know after high school was like officially over, like I didn't hear about or from like nobody for a long time.
Well, we didn't have phones back then. It was kind of hard. We didn't see each other at school, and everybody lived so far away. We didn't have cars.
Well, and even though we had phones, I don't think any of us really called in each other.
Well, I mean, we didn't have like cell phones. What I'm
right,
saying.
right, yeah.
It wasn't like we saw everybody like what they're doing and everything.
Right.
It was like literally like if we wanted to. A lot of us didn't have each other's numbers. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. You just had to go over to their house and take the chance.
Yeah. That was crazy. I can't even imagine having to ride my bike like you said to your grandma's.
Yeah, anywhere I want to go, it's gonna be like if it's out of oil though, it's like almost an automatic 10 miles just to get there. Like just to get from here to Rosedale, like over by let's say Winco, that's like 10 or 11 miles, I think. Depending on how you go, I usually always just take 7 standard because I'd rather take a straight shot than have to zigzag through fucking town. I hate getting stuck at intersections. I don't. There's too many eyes on me at one time.
Are you not allowed to drive now?
No, they pulled my license for good, pretty much.
When this happened?
When did that happen? Like when I was like 25.
What did you get? Like a DUI or something?
I crashed and totaled 6 vehicles within 9 months, is what they said.
Okay, well, we need to hold up. Let's just back up because you're about to meet your wife. Is where we're. Let's take a break.
Turn my brain into mush. Like, I don't know. Nowadays, I'm not a functioning addict.
I never even tried it until I was like 26.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've never smoked cigarettes. I've never.
Yeah, don't smoke cigarettes. That's not worth anything.
No. I can't. I always get confused because like it seems like even the people who do smoke don't like it, and I always get like, well, why? Why do you guys do it then? Like,
just fucking the addiction, I guess. I don't know. They put all kinds.
It's got to be good somehow. It's got to do something for you.
For me, it's kind of like a fidget toy, but I don't fidget it. It's like when you're bored as hell, it gives you something to do. So you know you got an excuse to go outside and go smoke or go bullshit with somebody. Or
Gotcha.
And because like if I have nothing to do, I'll smoke like a freight train.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks. It's horrible. And well, not really anymore. Now I just bite my tongue and fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to quit for a long time, but just I get
just
bored.
Being around it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It just gives me something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So guess I need to find something else to smoke that would add a little more positivity to the whole effect.
Is there anything that would do that?
Weed saved my life from going crazy in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, doctors. Well, after high school, when I started going to mental health, they said that.
Was this before or after the accident?
Oh, this was afterwards. Well, I had gone to see. My parents had taken me to see counselors in high school a few times, but I don't trust those people. And like they had me see a guy at the church and talk to him, and like right in the beginning, I realized he was just playing reverse psychology on me, and it pissed me off. And I was usually tired as hell from going to school and didn't even want to be there, and so I'd fall asleep on him. He'd be talking to me, and I'd just fall asleep. I was like, nap time. I'm good. Looking. He'd be like, you want to go for a walk today? We'd go walk. No, we're going to sit here because I'm going to take a nap. I was like, you're going to get paid to let me sleep in your office. And, yeah.
You want to share why why do you think they were making you go see counselors and stuff?
Because I had anger issues. A lot of people probably wouldn't believe that, but I'm a very angry person inside. And
how come?
You know, I'm not really sure why or how it started, but
I know you shared with me before that you hear different voices and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Has that always been a thing? Do you think that was happening back then too?
When we were younger, I was able to tune it out, but nowadays it's just a lot more in my face, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and I've said this again, but like it's not your voice. You said it's not your voice.
Yeah,
it's
not my conscience. It's other people's voices. And
what do they tell you to do?
They pretty much just want me to fight a lot. Like when I have an impulse problem that like when something happens, reaction just wants to take over. Mm-hmm. And when people make me mad, the first thing I want to do is I just want to hit them in the face.
You feel like it's like disrespecting you? Like
no, I don't know. Something they said or a reason why. Maybe their answer. I don't know. People frustrate me. I don't do good with dumb. I mean, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world, but I got common sense.
Do you think maybe you can feel their spirit and it just makes you just kind of see what maybe you might see what's inside them, maybe, or something like that?
I don't know, but I think maybe so.
You just feel that vibe, and you're just like, this guy.
Well, and it's almost like just the aura people put off, or how they present themselves, I guess you could say. And yeah, I don't know.
So, well, that's why I was asking. Do you think that that had something to do with you going to counseling?
No, yeah, maybe.
So they put you into counseling.
My sister was dating this Mexican guy from church,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like him. And this fool was like 3 times the size of me. He's pretty buff guy, and but I did not like him because I knew what his intentions were, and he was a piece of shit anyways. And I think the more I disliked this guy, plus we worked together at the church, and I don't know, he just, anyways, the more I showed hatred towards this kid, it seemed like the more my sister drew herself to him, at least to me. And I remember one day she was on the phone with him, and I kept telling her to hang up. I was like, I don't want to hear your conversation with him if I'm around. I was like, I'm only gonna be here for so long, and I'm gonna leave. So like, just tell me you'll call him back, or go in another room. I don't want to hear this shit. And she just kept talking to him, and I remember something just snapped in me, and I was standing in my doorway, and I just grabbed the door and just started slamming it into my face until my head went through it a few times, and then I realized what I did, and that was bad. But I just remember slamming the door in my face, yelling at her, telling her to hang up, and she wouldn't do it. And finally realized I put a big ass hole in the door, and just kind of stopped. But when I get mad, it's like I got 5 or 6 other voices in my head that are also mad. And they're the main reason why I'm snapping, is because I can't tolerate the shit they're telling me. And
Like they're jumping you, like bullying
yeah,
you.
yeah, basically.
Like you see what they're doing, you see what she do, like kind of just egging you on type thing, like damn near demons
it's not even
laughing at you.
egging. I guess it'd be egging me on. But yeah, they just pretty much just tell me what I should do instead of trying to convince me to do it. They just straight up tell me. They're like, do it. Just, let us come out and play, and we want to snap his neck or fucking, stab him in the throat.
That's crazy.
Something.
So so did you ever what kind of mental health did anybody help you at all?
No, I got kicked out of all the anger management deals here in town.
Why?
For pissing everybody off and trying to start shit with people. And it was like going to NA, you gotta no disrespect to anybody in it, but you go and you end up getting stuck listening to people pretty much complain about the shit in their life, and that's not what I want to hear. I mean, I guess that's what NA's for, but with like anger management, they're supposed to teach you how to cope with things, how to get over things, how to get through things. Here it was just another fucking class to listen to everybody complain. And I was already pissed off and frustrated because I had to hang out with all these idiots. I deal with them on the street enough as it is. I don't want to go hang out with them. And they would just start, whatever saying their spiel was, and I'd chime in a few things and make things worse and just instigate things, I guess you could say, to the point to where they kick me out and tell me don't come back.
Do you feel like maybe it was just because like you've been through harder situations and you're just hearing these people complain because?
No, I mean there's a lot of people that
those
live
voices do
shittier life than I have, but so that's not it. I don't know. It's just you can't stick a bunch of crazy people in a room and expect something not to happen.
Okay.
And so maybe I just took it upon myself to do it.
Mm.
Maybe I was just being a fucking little shithead that day, and I was just like, you know what? Let's fuck class up. I don't want to be here. Let's just disrupt the fucking situation.
What makes you feel like that sometimes?
Was
that do you remember that specific situation?
I was taught at an early age to use anger as a positive thing. And sometimes I think I just get mad just so I have some, like, when I get angry, that gives me fuel to, like, get whatever I got to do done. Like, fucking, it doesn't matter how wore out I am, how fucking bad my body hurts. Like, if I get fucking mad, that's like me taking a shot of fucking adrenaline or something. And so over the years, I've learned how to turn my anger into fuel to get shit done to keep making it through the day. It doesn't give me any more strength. Like when I get real mad, I can hold the phone and I can suck the power out of it. I'll drain the fucking phone just by holding it, squeezing it, and just focusing my attention on it. But because it's such a small amount, it doesn't do me any good. Like I don't gain anything out of it because apparently it takes a lot of brain power to keep this fucking, I don't know, moving. And yeah, I don't know. Anger. It's not good to get angry. They say you'll fucking it like takes time off your life or whatever. So that's why when I'm not angry, I just try and be happy. Cut jokes with stupid shit and enjoy the little things. Smell the roses or something. Just make sure there's no bee on it, 'cause them little motherfuckers will bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit sucks. It doesn't feel very good. And
So let's talk about whenever you met your wife, because you were getting into your divorce, which I think has a little bit to go with the mental health thing. But let's go ahead and.
so I met my wife at this choir tour with the church, and my mom was there chaperoning, and my dad was out of town working, and so.
How old were you in this?
This was like the day after graduation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I rolled my mom's truck graduation night.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had like 12 people in there, and we were going like the backside of Hart Park,
Okay.
and all I remember was we were racing down the road down this hill, and just kind of like we were playing NASCAR because we were pretty much street racing, but in a group, and we just take turns cutting each other off, and I went off the shoulder. And instead of hitting the gas, instead of hitting the brake, I hit the gas on accident, and that whipped it around. And then after that, we fucking rolled, and there's a big ravine right in the middle of the two lanes, and we rolled. No. I overcorrected, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so after the third time I overcorrected, we shot straight at like this fucking steep ass like hill, which sent the truck into a backflip. Then we landed, rolled 3 times down into the ravine, out of the ravine, and then the truck landed on its wheels. And at the time, my head broke the window when we fucking rolled the truck at one point. And then the homie that was sitting 2 people over from me, he broke the rearview mirror with his forehead. And somebody, I think, might have got thrown out of the car or the truck, but I don't remember because everyone had their windows down but me. And they were all drinking at the time. And
were you?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, no. No alcohol for me yet.
Just fucked up. Damn.
And
everybody okay?
Yeah. What was that fool's name? Robert Martin, maybe? I think.
Sounds familiar.
He was with me, and then a bunch of the jocks in football. I can't remember what their names are, but they lived over in Rosedale, like kind of by Brandon. They lived over that way.
Okay.
Bunch of good guys.
Yeah.
And what was I getting at?
We were talking about you rolled we're getting to your
All right.
wife, but you rolled the truck graduation night.
Everybody but me, because I was bleeding all over the place, except for me, the guy who hit his head on the rearview mirror. I think me and him were the only ones who stayed until the ambulance and the cops got there. And that was just because we needed to go to the hospital, or they were going to want us to anyways, because he was just fucked up. He was just all dizzy and just like, I don't know, sick to stomach or something. And then I ended up with a big-ass hole in my shoulder. And what else happened? Oh, my whole hand right here, it all got shredded like it was gone. You could see the veins and tendons and shit. It was crazy. It was like some sci-fi shit. I got the shit slapped out of me when I was sitting in the hospital because I had my finger in there. I could see my artery just thumping away. And I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. What does that do? Just moving shit around. And I was like, And the next thing I know, I fucking pow. I was like, what the fuck? I turned around. It was this girl we went to school with. She was in our grade. I can't remember what her name was. She lived at the top of my street, pretty much. And she cute. And she was like, I saw your name, and I had to come over here. And I just had to see you. I knew something was wrong with you, you dumbass. And I was like, calm down. It's just gonna be all right, you know. And I asked her, I was like, why the fuck did you slap me? She tells me, you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing with your fingers. She's like, you're gonna give yourself an infection. You're gonna get sick. I was like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. And so she cleans that all up, and then she realizes there's something going on my shoulder, and that's when we found out I had a big old hole in that. And when she's cleaning that, she straight pulled out like this little spring. I don't know what it came from. It looked like a spring off of the I don't even know, but it was only like half an inch long, and it was pretty thick wire too. It wasn't like no cheap one on a pin or something. And I kind of think that's, I don't know, something. Anyways, robots are real.
You're implanted.
You never know.
You got matrixed.
I seen a video on YouTube one time where this guy, he drove a van, and he'd find people that had like some kind of major surgery in the last like maybe year or two, and because the doctors are already implanting people with these chips that they're telling us we're going to have to get anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
And this guy, he would find these people who had a major surgery, and because what was happening was that was when they were sneaking in these chips. Was because normally I think they just stick it in like a big old tranquilizer like fucking gun, you know, something that'll hold a pretty good size fucking pellet or I don't know what. And so they put them in people, and they wouldn't even tell them. I'm sure somewhere in the contract that you signed at some point says something disguised with magic words to make you think something else. But he would ask them if they wanted him to prove that they had a chip in them, and he had this ghetto little fucking contraption that was. It was kind of like a, you know how the deal that you can check fuses with in a car, and it's like it looks like a little pointer and the light at the top. Well, he had that set up, and he would just run something over your skin. I think it was a magnet, maybe.
Or something.
And because those things are made out of some kind of metal, that it would set the light off, and and then he would get this other huge magnet, like one of them fucking big old earth magnets that they like pick shit up with, and he'd hold it, and you would see that thing come to the surface, and then finally the skin would just rip, and it would shoot out, and he'd be like, "I told you, they got you and didn't tell you," and the people would trip the fuck out, like they didn't know what to think, and he cleaned it off, and you could see, he would say where it came from and who the doctor was on it.
Really?
Yeah, so they could prove straight up, you know, this motherfucker put this in me.
I heard a crazy story earlier today about this guy who can't move because his dog has been microchipped, and his girlfriend can track where he's at because of his dog being microchipped, so she can find him no matter what.
Right.
It's freaking crazy.
It's like GPS for your
so
animal.
he either has to get rid of his dog or find a way to cut the chip out before he moves.
Oh, yeah?
That's nuts.
Well, they might have put it in the dog's ear or under his ear. I don't remember where, but dog's skin stretches so much they fucking put that anywhere.
It's just nuts that we're living in this kind of era where we're hearing these kinds of stories even. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who thought? We literally, cell phones weren't a thing, and now we wear them on our wrists.
Right.
Like, they're with us all the time. It's crazy.
Shoot, they're coming out with glasses now that have shit on them.
I want a set of those.
Yeah.
Meta, hit me up.
For real. Yeah, I don't know. I remember I used to go talk to Ryan all the time, and I asked him, I want to find a machine that can like take my thoughts and put it into like motion. Like I want to see my thoughts in real life. And I don't remember what it's called, but he said the Chinese people, they already got something pretty much like that. And I was like, that'd be crazy. I was like, that'd be like a new sci-fi.
I think ChatGPT is almost like that. You can pretty much tell it anything, and it'll pretty much.
I haven't really done much with GPT. Yeah, GPT. Try and say that fast 5 times. And I'll ask it like random stupid questions, trying to figure something out, but after that, like I think it says you only get like 5 questions when you don't pay, and so
I pay for it, but it helped me.
I've been wanting to use AI to fucking start a business and make some money.
Well, you can. Well, and that's what I was getting at. It's like when I started this whole thing, I wanted to get a website and stuff. So I went and I bought this website, and then I had to pay more money to design the website. I had to do this to do the website, and then I had to pay for this, and it came out to like freaking like $200 or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is crazy. I went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, can you teach me how to code my own website for free? And like, I don't have to do it. And sure enough, like it taught me how to do it. Now I have my own website, and I did it all by myself, like using ChatGPT. And it only took it took close to like a month to hone it in. And it's still
Right.
not exactly right, but it still helped me get something, you know what I mean?
Right.
And all it does is redirect you to the Instagram or whatever anyways, so it's
Right.
not really anything. But that's what I'm saying. It it can pretty much do anything that you want it to do if you ask it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You
You
gotta know the right words, the
exactly.
right phrases.
And keep talking to it. It gets to know you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's worth paying for it because like it's endless, the possibilities, you know what I mean?
Right.
You can just keep having it help you. It can create apps, it can do all that stuff.
That's cool.
And this is not an ad. But all right, let's move on. I want to know, you met your wife after graduation. Did you meet her before the wreck or after it?
It was before it, and we met at that choir tour, and kind of hung out during choir tour, and then I guess she fell in love with me because like she was like one of the goody two shoe girls of the church, and I was like the black sheep of the family. And like people didn't like me in the church, but that was because I made it a known fact that I was going to do what I wanted. I didn't care what they told me. I was going to do what I wanted. And
Baptist church.
yeah. And so I don't know.
So you guys met.
Oh, we met, and then I think it was like a day or two after that when we got back was when I got ran over. And
After your wreck? It was only a couple days after your wreck?
no. What?
Okay.
No, after I met her and we got back into town, I think like a day or two later was when I got ran over.
Okay.
And then I didn't even remember who the fuck she was. And then when I saw her at church the first time I was allowed to leave the house, we hung out for a few times and talked. I snuck over to her house in the middle of the night a couple times, but I didn't go in her house. She hopped out the window and came and hung out, but that was interesting. She lived off of Niles and something, like way over in the fucking ghetto, like where skinny white kids shouldn't be hanging out in the middle of the night. And I remember I used to get in too much of a hurry to get over to her place, and I'd get there way too early. So I'd have to go. I ended up finding like the only store that was open was a cigarette store over there. And after going in there enough times hanging out, like I became friends with the guy who worked there. And so after a while, he didn't have a problem with me hanging out. He couldn't understand why my crazy ass was over there anyways. And he used to warn me all the time, like if something was going on over there or people were driving around like looking for people, he'd tell me like, stay in here. He's like, don't go out there yet until you know she's waiting for you and you zip over there. And yeah, it's crazy. There's a church like across the street, and I'd go over there and fucking take a nap sometimes, fucking waiting for her because she wouldn't come out till like midnight or 1, and I'd get over there like 10. Yeah, that's funny. And then she tells me one day, hey, I want to go live with my mom because my grandparents raised me, and I want to see my mom, and she lived in Washington. So we ran away, didn't tell nobody, straight just dipped, got on a Greyhound bus and went to Washington. And her mom lived on these islands that was like in between pretty much Washington and Canada, but out in the water. And So that was kind of like a culture shock there because you'd have to ride a ferry for like 2 or 3 hours from Portland, I think is where it was, all the way over to these fucking little islands. And once you're there, you're fucked. There's nothing but water everywhere you look, you know. And gas at that time, that was like right after high school. Gas on that island at that time was like $10 already, just because it had to get shipped in. And so I could only imagine how expensive shit is over there now, because everybody that worked there or everybody that lived there pretty much worked there.
Do you know the name of the town?
Friday Harbor. It was a cool ass little place. Like supposedly it's the biggest island out of all of them, but the town itself is pretty fucking small. Like you could walk from one side of it to the other in like 10 minutes. But there was quite a few people.
Sounds cool. Okay, so
I guess they had a pig war over there with the Indians in Canada way back in the day.
it is right off of Washington. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, she's like, no.
Right here. Oh, so that's the island there. That's the big island?
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of different islands.
Oh, so that's water. Okay. So that's it there, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, that place looks badass. And so you guys would, from Portland, you said? Well, that would be in Oregon. So this is Washington, Seattle, Washington. So you were leaving somewhere, Port Angeles, Oak Harbor. Either way, 2 hours on a freaking ferry?
Yeah. Those things go slow as shit, though. I don't, yeah. They need to update their engines or something. Make that giant paddle fucking go a little faster. Or maybe it's just because it holds so much weight. I don't fucking know.
So what you just stay there and what were you working out there? What was going on
Yeah,
out
I got
there?
a job being a cook in the 70s diner
Oh,
for a
really?
while, yeah. And that was cool. Fucking worked my way from the bottom all the way to the top. Became top cook or chef or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Really?
Yeah, I've cooked a lot of food in my day. I can't cook for shit now. Because,
Really?
yeah, I being homeless for 15 years, I didn't hardly ever cook food until I got a girlfriend and fucking told her ass she was going to start fucking cooking. Because I come across food all the time getting thrown away from like the grocery stores and stuff. And there ain't nothing wrong with it if you get to it, soon enough. And so I always had food to eat. I just never took time to do anything for myself. I can't take care of myself for shit, but I'll fucking do whatever I have to support you and help you out, and
Homeless. You said homeless.
homeless.
Define what
times.
that means to you.
A person, I don't know what the fucking actual definition for it is, but a lot of people are homeless, unless
Well,
you
said it.
homeless-
You considered yourself homeless, and I think a lot of people like me, I can say what I think homeless is to people,
right.
which in my eyes, it's the inability to find a home or provide yourself with one, or
Right.
But I think a lot of times nowadays, at least, a lot of people choose to do that.
Right.
So that's why I ask you, as a person who's spent 15 years in this lifestyle, well, I don't know if you've chosen to be or not, and that's why I'm asking you, how do you feel about it? What do you think it is?
Pretty much, I don't think it has to do with the person themselves. I think it simply has to do with not having a designated spot to, lay your head at night.
Yeah.
Where you eat, shit,
Okay.
sleep, do whatever.
Whether you're choosing to or not?
Right.
Okay.
And so homeless to me just means you don't have a home. You don't have a place where you can say, oh, this is my home. This is my house. Here's my address.
Gotcha.
And yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with it.
I think that's probably the right definition for it. You know what I mean?
But yeah, there's a lot of people transitioning to that style just because they can either live on very little, and not have all your possessions and this and that. And some people do because they don't want to pay bills. They realize, hey, I can get away with, just living off the land basically and be good. And a lot of people collect Social Security. And so that's why they go homeless, because then, that's automatic money for them every month if they know how to budget and whatnot.
You don't collect Social Security?
Nope, they wouldn't give it to me. They wanted me to get a lawyer, and I wasn't going to lawyer up. And so, because I've
When
had.
was the last time you tried to apply for that?
I think I have people try and do it for me all the time, whether it's scammers trying to fuck me over or fucking doctors. Or
That's what
fucking
you need to
people.
chat GPT is, hey, send me a link on how to sign up for Social Security and walk me through it. And she'll give you a whole step on
Yeah?
how to do it.
I
Heck
never
yeah.
thought about that.
Yeah, she'll walk you through the whole thing.
I never thought about that. I didn't make a note about that. All right, thank you. In a factory, they were trying to like teach it how to do his job, and he just started spazzing out and just started like wigging out on him. And it was funny because they had a string attached to like the middle of the shoulder blades, so he couldn't like just run away. And so he's sitting there chained up, just fucking his arms were going crazy. He kept trying to kick and shit. And I was like, you guys don't have like an automatic shutdown button for these guys? I was like, come on, it's just a program. But yeah, it was fucking Chinese people. I don't understand why they are trying to make every single robot super smart. Like, if you're making a robot that's just supposed to be a robot,
I don't think they can stop it anymore. It's already in motion. It's already got a control of itself. Like, we lost control of it. Yeah, it's too smart.
We're already fucked. They're just waiting until they get smarter or something.
I think it's just going to keep making itself smarter until we pretty much just become part of it. Or, like, somebody put it into perspective one time that if a contractor's going to go, I forget it might have been like Sam Freeman. This is not my quote. It was another episode of a different podcast I heard, but the way he put it is, if a contractor goes onto this property and he needs to build a house here, and there's an ant pile on it, and this ant pile holds a whole colony, a whole world underneath the ground, but it doesn't matter to him because he needs to put a house on this. Do you think that he's going to care about the lives of those ants? Is he going to go and safely relocate those ants? No, he's just going to eradicate them and build a damn house. And that's basically what AI is going to, how it's going to treat us. You know what I mean? Like,
that's funny.
We're just, if we're in its way, we're just in its way. You know what I mean? It doesn't know any better. It doesn't have that compassion in its heart. You know what I mean? And I just thought that was like a really interesting way of looking at things. Just the size of they say like ants are like 10 times stronger than humans and stuff. Like, they have all these, they're so smart. They communicate without making noises and stuff, but like the size of them makes them irrelevant to the world. That makes them irrelevant to life. You know what I mean? And what if they're just spirits caught inside of ants? You know what I mean? What if they're the exact same as us? What if they're our brothers and sisters just in a different body, and just because of the size of them or the way they look, you know what I mean? And that's goes for racism or anything else. It's like the dude just got colored a sick ass color, like, so he's bad. You know what I mean? It's weird as fuck. I don't understand it. I don't know. Anyways,
that's a good way to put it, though. That really makes you think. Like, I don't know. Let's hope it ends up being a slow transition and not just all of a sudden one day they're like, cops, you're fucked. We're it's our turn now. Because basically when that happens, that's when you're really shit out of luck.
Well, and that's the thing is, why wouldn't you do that right off the bat? Because like, there's people shooting at cops all the time for what? Traffic stops? Because they got weed on them? Because they got a warrant for some shit that they should go to jail for? And then, like, why wouldn't you put robots out there to take care of these people? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, exactly right. Where does it stop? Like, just for instance, these ICE raids or whatever, they're going and hitting swap meets and all these kids who have been here for their whole lives, and they're getting shipped over to a country when they don't even speak the damn language, when the actual criminals are sitting here like hiding in plain sight. And you know what I
Right.
mean? Like we're blaming, you can't just generalize everything. If these robots catch you jaywalking or riding backwards down the bike lane, and you decide like, oh, I'm just gonna run from this thing, and it shoots lasers out of its eyes.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be fucking interesting. That'd be funny.
I think it's coming, man.
Instead of having spike strips, we're gonna have to have some kind of like strip with a lot of electricity. So you lay that out while they're chasing you, and then when they hit it, it fucking gives them like one big powerful surge of fucking power, and then just fries their computer so they're down. Like, ha, I got you.
Yeah, there's this Instagram. It's KKK. It's like a Clanker Killer Crew, and they just go kicking over Waymo or those little robot delivery things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
that is funny.
All right, so you met your wife. How long are you guys together?
Total we were together for like 13 or 14 years. I think.
Damn.
And but we were married for 10. And yeah, I don't really want to get into much of that.
Okay.
I like to just keep pushing it out and
Gotcha.
not deal with it.
Okay.
But
Well, something significant happened after your divorce, and that's what we were getting at. You were after your divorce, you made some life changes, and I'm not sure where you were getting at, but what happened afterwards? Where were you? What? You moved away, right? Didn't you move to San Diego?
After the divorce, I became homeless. And then I spent 6 or 7 years running the streets here, mainly on like Mount Vernon, anywhere between Ming, Mount Vernon, and Panama. That was like my area that I ran around. And sometimes Rosedale if I felt like going that far. But I was back and forth to Oildale every day, though, running and chasing. And I had a nice delivery program going for a while. That was fun.
Okay. Nice.
And yeah, I don't know. Oh, 6 years. Was here traveling different parts of town. Met a chick that was from San Diego, born here, moved to San Diego, grew up down there, and then her parents moved back here, and she was down there. She had a kid with some guy, and then wait. No, that's the right story. So I was getting my stories mixed up.
You're
All
fine.
right. And long story short, she wanted to go back to San Diego to reunite with her kid, which I'm not even going to go there with that situation. But I save up money, move her down there on my birthday. We get there, I think like a year and a half after we were dating, like we officially ended the relationship, even though I still took care of her and hung out with her, and pretty much just made sure she was all right, because being surrounded by homeless people and people wanting to get at you all day long, can't trust nobody. I don't trust people anyways.
You say get at you.
Yeah, the homeless people and
Like territorial, like they.
well, not only that, but like a lot of homeless people are tweakers, and being surrounded by tweakers and guys see a girl, dope's supposed to make you horny, and so everybody just wants to fuck that, and it's just a bunch of sick, twisted
fighting over the same girl a lot.
I don't even know about that part, but maybe. Never know. Crazy, stranger things have happened. But I got stuck down there for another 5 or 6 years, running around.
Whenever you're living homeless like that, and you always see a lot of people grouped up together around. Why is that? Is that because they're sharing drugs, or
usually it has to do with that? But then at the same time, like if you want to have a designated little, shanty or shack, whatever you want to call it,
team up with each other?
well, it's better to do that because for one, if you leave your spot far enough away that you can't see it, technically the cops will consider that abandoned. And if your spot's abandoned, they'll come in and just pick it all up and throw it away, and you're fucked. It goes straight to the dump usually. And so if you have somebody there all the time, you just take turns, rotating whoever's going to stay.
It's like a little community spot.
Yeah, and then, hopefully no one else is going to steal your shit and leave your crap alone. But, yeah, it's usually just for, like, security on your spot. And then because whoever the dealer is in that little clique, everyone's going to be trying to mooch off them and be their best friend because they got this or that. They want to trade off to get their next hit. And
yeah.
Crazy.
What do you think the most popular thing out there right now is?
Probably Fetty. I get asked about that all the time, every day.
Really?
Yeah, it annoys me. Cause
you mess with it?
No, fuck no. No. Every time I deal with them, I always tell them, if you die, I'm going to bury you. I'm not going to save your life, and I'm not going to help you.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to go straight back to smoking, trying to kill yourself again. Nothing against you, but if you want to die, hand me a gun or a knife, and I'll help you out.
You don't have to answer this, but are you regularly using?
What?
Anything. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You want to share anything about that?
No.
Okay.
No, there's ears that don't need to hear things.
Yeah. Okay. Is it because you choose to? Or you think that you feel like you're addicted to it?
That's just my way of life.
Yeah.
Like, I went from being stoned every day for many years and had weed by my side to help me through things. And I kind of think this is kind of taking place over that. That, and if I don't use it, I'm so tired, I don't have no energy for shit no more these days. Like,
yeah.
I don't, them brain cells.
You drink coffee or anything?
Nah, I used to. I used to drink. That's all I used to drink when I was in Oklahoma. I was in Oklahoma for 5 years, and I drank nothing but coffee from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed. And me making a pot of coffee was literally the whole coffee filter packed full of coffee, and I'd run it through there 2 times. And, like, my coffee, you thought I was cooking up motor oil. Like, that shit would wake you up in the morning.
I can feel it in my bones just you talking about it.
Yeah, it was strong shit. And I'd have 2 pots of coffee before I even left my house for the day, just to wake up. And then I'd go to work. I either worked fast food or I worked at this factory that made the truck beds that had the cabinets.
Okay.
We used to make those. I did the body work and painted those. And that was fun.
So, your story has all these crazy stories, and a lot of people might think it's a lot of negative stuff, but you're one of the happiest people that I honestly know.
The way I see it is you get to the point to where you've just been so mad for so long that, like, whenever something bad happens, like, a lot of times I just expect shit to happen. Like, I'm at that point to where I don't even have to worry about or usually even hope that something good's going to happen. I just figure, fuck it, this probably isn't going to work, but let's see what happens. Let's give it a shot anyways. Because at least if it does, then I'm even more excited about it. Because if I set my standards low and it works out, it's all
ready
fucking,
for it.
Yeah. And then if it goes wrong, it's like, oh shit, you called that one. Fucking 10 points for you, buddy. And that's a shitty way to think, but when your life is just a snowball effect of fucking just random bullshit that keeps you from moving forward or getting anything done that you need to do, like, you just, I don't know, it's easy. It's not like, I wouldn't consider it giving up, but I would say it's just accepting the bad to, and whether something shitty happens or not, I may be mad about it and I may vent about it for a minute, but I'm going to get over it, and I know I'm going to get over it. Because you have no choice but to get over it. So I learned at one point in my anger that instead of, like, accepting things and dealing with things when they happen, depending on, if it's bad or not, don't even think about it. You just have to right then and there block that shit out of your mind and just move on. Because if you even give that thought a second to resonate in your mind and you start putting pieces together or whatever it is, that's going to get you stuck in that situation more.
I feel like a lot of us, we get mad or upset or scared or anxious about something that might never even happen.
Right.
It just gets in our head, and we go over the scenario, and then we let that control our emotions to where because if we just assume it's going to go bad or something, we can almost steer it in that direction to where it go bad,
Right.
just so we can feel comfortable knowing that it was right, rather than taking the chance to make it positive or anything
Right.
else. We just accept that it's going to go wrong, rather than, because failure hurts us somehow. But if you don't try to succeed at all, you're bound to fail from the start.
Right. Exactly.
You got to try somehow,
That's the way I see it. Whenever I have deja vu, and I'm getting ready to deal with a certain situation at the time, I'll think about it like, why am I having deja vu? And then after putting the pieces together, I'll see what happened the first time and it didn't work, and so then I'll do what you said and I'll figure out how to try and avoid the situation again. And usually it still doesn't work, but only because I kind of like mess up on one part of it. But it's funny when that happens and when you can actually do something like that, because not all the time it's going to work, because you never know how the whole thing's going to end up. But it's funny.
I have a crazy theory about deja vu. Like, I mean, most religions and stuff, like they always point towards like this eternal living. You're alive forever. Okay. So what if we are that? Okay. What if we are, and we were all just floating through, and all these people on this earth just like showed up at like a big Chuck E. Cheese, and all the Chuck E. Cheeses had this one reality game, and it's like Earth, human. And you go in and you sign up, but because you live for eternity, you sign up for this game, and it's 80-year game, and you're like, dude, I don't know, man. Jump into this 88-year game, and you just have to make it through, and then you win the game. You know what I mean? And we
Right.
go, and we've been playing this game so many times trying to win because we haven't won. And so we just keep playing the game, and that's why we have deja vus, because we remember that part of the game. And you're like, oh, no, I remember this. I never know what's going to happen.
Right,
It's
right,
going to come. We got to do
right.
something else. We got to get out of here. And that, because, like, that if you don't make that move, you're going to end up in the same
Fucked up
outcome.
spot.
Yeah, you know what I
Right.
mean? So I've just had that kind of weird thought in my head one day, and
Hey, it sounds good to me. Makes a lot of
it
sense.
seems more realistic
Right.
than most of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
we've been doing this forever. Why do we keep signing into this game? And even like you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna live happy this time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just a thought. Just a crazy thought.
Well, that and I've pretty much accepted, like 100% accepted the fact that life is what you make it, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make it a little better. But I take every day with one step in front of the other. Raise my head and fucking hold my shoulders back and just keep on trucking.
Bro, you're one of the most requested guests. Like, people want to hear more about you. I hear it from everybody all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think that your happiness, you're kind of like your blithe, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word,
What?
but you just have this ability to just smile, dude, and that's a good thing. And I think that rubs off on a lot of people, and people want to know more about that. You know what I mean?
That is good.
Because, like I said, like, every story you have is hardcore.